everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 and another part of this Manchester United Legends series as we kick on through the league. We have played a couple of games since last episode where we drew 1-1 with Spurs. Bobby Charlton scoring easily the goal of the season with that cracking effort, looping over the goalkeeper from about 35 yards. Sensational goal from him in the last episode. Make sure to go back and watch that if you haven't already. After that game, we did beat Rapid Vienna 3-1. A very good performance. Bobby Charlton getting a couple of goals after we fell behind just 17 in-game seconds. It was a ridiculous way to fall behind. You can see Rapid Vienna have some very good players in their side, but nobody in there that you would really imagine causing us problems like they did. But that goal from Krankel was sensational. Just a punt from kickoff over the top. And I think like in real time it was about 3 seconds that they scored. Dennis Law did drag us back into it, and then Bobby Charlton managed to score a couple more goals to give us that win. And then we took on at West Ham and really struggled. West Ham were a very difficult team to break down, and it didn't help that we had Dennis Law get injured just 20 minutes into the game. He's out for about 6 weeks. 2 of those weeks have already gone because of the international break. But this West Ham team, they've got Bobby Moore as their most expensive player. He needs no introduction. Other great players in here. They've got Paul Ince, Frank Lampard Sr., Trevor Brooking, Paolo Di Canio, Jeff Hurst in there, Slaven Bilic, Tony Cottee. Mark Noble down there as a youngster as well. But just everybody in their team is really good, and I imagine they're going to do very well this season when they get their act together a little bit. Currently down in 14th. Today we're going to have a double header. We're going to take on Newcastle away from home and then Juventus at home. It's going to be an interesting game against Newcastle. They're up in 3rd place in the league. We need to beat them if we're going to get back on track in the Premier League title. After 2 consecutive draws, we have slipped back. If we just have a quick look at the table here, and you can see we're down in 5th place. We're only 2 points off the top. Not the end of the world, but we cannot afford to lose more ground this early on. So it is going to be a big match against Newcastle. And then the Juventus game as well. We managed to get 2 wins out of 2, but so have they. So that is a title deciding or group winner deciding game. Now you can see that Newcastle, interesting choice of lineup. No Alan Shearer in their team. I'm assuming he is injured, but they've got Gallagher up front, Jackie Milburn out on the right with Gascoigne and Mitchell in there, Gary Speed in at midfield with Harvey, then Craig, Bobby Moncur, Brennan, McCormack, Lawrence in goal. They've got Malcolm McDonald on the bench, Nobby Salvano, Shay Given. They've even got Andy Carroll on the bench and Rob Lee as well. It's a strong Newcastle side, and having Gaza in there is going to make this a very difficult match. We've got Mark Hughes coming in to replace Dennis Law up front. Cantona still recovering from injury, doesn't make the bench. Giggs and Best are on the wings, Charlton in the middle. Charlton now going to have to carry the team somewhat. Then we've got Edwards and Scholes in midfield with Byrne, Ferdinand, Stam and Carey across the back 4, and Peter Schmeichel in goal. So 2 very big teams going up against each other today. I am expecting us to do well. Not great lot of options there for me to pick from, but we should be getting the win really. So hopefully we can get an early goal and get this game going. Stam back to Schmeichel, ball played forward, given straight away to Craig. Now it's Mitchell coming in from the left. Onto Gascoigne, well tackled by Edwards, who'd be pretty much man marking him today. Byrne wins the loose ball from a sloppy pass. Now Scholes can counter. He's got Best in behind. Best in a great position. He should have cut it across. He had 2-3 players to his left who had an open goal, but he was selfish and he wasn't able to finish the job. Carey given away there, but we do get it back. Scholes to Edwards. Now Charlton over to Giggs, given away again. Stam's going to clean this one up though. All the way back to Schmeichel. Now Ferdinand, on to Jaap Stam. Ball punted forward this time by Schmeichel. Now Hughes wins the header, but can't find a player. Craig, over to Brennan. Being closed down, good press, but Jackie Milburn with the ball. Now Gascoigne, forward to Gallagher. Good position here, he might have a shot. Instead he lays it off to Mitchell, ball across, and Gallagher, Hughie Gallagher with a touch in. 1-0 to Newcastle. I said they were a dangerous side, and they are definitely showing that right now. 10 minutes left of this first half. I'd love it if we could get an equaliser before that half-time whistle goes. And Giggs tries to switch the flank, but has given the ball away. Our entire team being so sloppy right now. and it could be 3 games without a win in the league, which is going to totally mess with our title prospects. Remember, we've already lost 1 game this season to Everton, and now we've got Jackie Milburn trying to take the ball out wide. Gets a cross in, it's cleared out. Speed down to Mitchell, just over the bar, but Newcastle very dangerous. Corner, Charlton puts it in, Ferdinand at the back stick, it's cleared away by Gary Speed, but Edwards gets to it. Now Scholes can pick a pass and does find Charlton. He loses out to Gary Speed. Now there's a counter, Hughie Gallagher has been allowed to run in behind one-on-one, picks out the top corner. I knew that was a goal as soon as the ball was released. Why was he given a 10-yard head start from the halfway line? What is that about? It's 2-0. That is surely going to be us losing this game. We don't have Dennis Law up front. We don't have Cantona, our 2 main strikers. We've got an 18-year-old Mark Hughes up there and a 17-year-old Andy Cole on the bench. And it's just not going well at the moment, it has to be said. I'm going to have a go at the team a little bit, but even then they're not reacting because it's been so long since they had a win and weren't being chewed out. They're not quite reacting when I do. There's just 20 minutes left in this game. I've made all 3 substitutions to try and turn things around, but it's not looking like it's going to at the moment. Gallagher to Gascoigne in behind for Gary Speed, and it's 3-0. And I think this Newcastle team are looking good for the title. I said it before. It was why I picked this game out to be recorded, because I thought they were going to be a challenge, but they are surpassing my expectations by some way, and they're doing all of this without Alan Shearer in their team, and we just haven't been able to react to them. Without Dennis Law, we are really playing on crutches at the moment. I'd feel better if we had Cantona available, but because we don't, it's very, very difficult for us to really get anything from this game. And now they're bringing on Nobby Solano just to rub it in. It is going to finish 3-0. It's an embarrassing performance by us. We've been humiliated at St James's Park here. And there is the full-time whistle. Hughie Gallagher absolutely tearing us apart. And we now need to try and dust ourselves off and go again against Juventus. But you'll see when we take a look at the table, this is not going to have helped things. We now have 2 defeats, 2 draws and 4 wins, and drop out of the top 5, with other teams above us still to play. Well, it is now time to take on Juventus, and because our formation has not been working that well in the last few games, especially against big opponents, I thought I'd change it up a bit, especially as we don't have Dennis Law available. And we're switching to a 4-4-2, so we've got Hughes and Andy Cole up front. First time they've played together, so it'd be interesting to see how they do. Charlton drops back into central midfield alongside Edwards, with Giggs and Beckham playing their proper positions. Then it's Byrne, Stam, Ferdinand and Carey in defence, with Schmeichel in goal. This Juventus team are going to be very, very difficult to beat. They are very strong. They only beat Sporting Lisbon 1-0. We beat them 9-1. But you can see from their team that they've got a great side there. I mean, their bench alone is sensational. But they've got Sivori up front with Orsi, Boniperti and Boniek. And then it's Tardelli and Antonio Conte in central midfield, with Rava, Salvador, Skira and Sambrotta in defence. Zoff in goal. But it's a bench of Cabrini, Platini, Del Piero, Patega, Rosetta and Cosio that worries me, because if you could bring on Platini and Del Piero off the bench, you are going to do quite a bit of damage. As isn't half bad, we've got Roy Keane, Gary Neville, Best and Scholes on there, but this really is a battle of absolute giants and legends. So we need to go out there and get the win. Beckham with the corner early in the game, Stam's there, comes to Bobby Charlton at the back post, and even when he's playing in central midfield, he gets us goals. Less than 2 minutes in, the change of formation may not have been the direct reason, given that goal came from a corner, but it allowed David Beckham to be on the pitch, and it was his delivery that led to the goal. So I'm chalking that up as a manager's win. Andy Cole trying to hold up the ball, but not very successfully. Salvador plays it over the top, and Sivori's got him behind. A few times we've been caught out with those balls over the top, and we need to start sorting that out. Carey with the throw-in, finds Andy Cole on the right flank. Now it's Giggs. Ball across to Edwards. Looking for options, picks out Byrne, ball in, Cole arriving, and Cole finding that bottom corner for 2-0. Andy Cole justifying his selection in this game, and we have doubled our advantage. Juventus on the attack with Boniperti, but Edwards cuts it out. Now Schmeichel puts it forward. Cole there, not able to retain possession. Boniek on the attack, picks out Savory, well saved by Schmeichel. We haven't seen much of his prowess in goal in this season so far, but that was a very important intervention. Nearly half time, Zambrotta puts the ball in. Bonaperti with the cross, cleared out by Ferdinand, but Tardelli has it. Now Orsi into Savory, but over the top. Free kick from Beckham, cleared out by Sachia. Now Carey picks up the loose ball, finds Ryan Giggs, can put the cross in. Beckham's at the back stick, and David Beckham, not sure how many headers he scored on his career, but he did get a cracking one there after putting the original ball over. He got it back from Giggs, and it is now 3-0 against a difficult Juventus side. And we're starting to look a little bit like a Champions League side instead of a Premier League side. And the ball there nearly found its way to Beckham. Bonaparti forward, Stam cuts it out, Burn over the top, giving away, but Edwards to Charlton. Now Hughes out wide to Andy Cole. Good partnership between those two. Ball cleared away. Savory back to Conte. Bonaparte forward to Savory again. He might go for goal, but he's put it high and wide. Beckham over the top, cleared out. Beckham again, loses the ball there. Not the best place to do that, David. Now Orsi on the attack down the left flank. He's got players arriving in the middle, and it's well claimed by Schmeichel there. In a difficult situation, he pumps the ball down the field. Hughes comes to Charlton, good first touch, picks out Cole. Over the top, looking for Beckham, but the defence deal with it. Had two players bearing down on him, the keeper, and he's given it away to Giggs. He then goes for the cross, and Hughes is in there. Keeper has missed it, and there's a penalty. I'm not sure what happened there. Savory possibly pushing someone, but I think it's going to be Beckham to take the penalty. He scored one for us already, and he finds the bottom corner. It's 4-0 against Juventus, and we are looking much better than we have been the last few league games. Giggs down the line to Cole. Zambrotta with a big tackle. Ball goes across to Scorea. Forward to Bonaparte. Now Savory. Been causing us problems with his running today, but not quite his shooting. We have got it back, but they get it back again. Now Boniek into Savory, and he puts it wide again. He is not the best finisher. Orsi on the attack, picks out Savory, and again he's missed the target. He has had a terrible day today, 5.8 rating. Beckham with a free kick though, nearly a corner position. Ball given away, Savory again having a run at us. Is he going to shoot once more? He's got players in the middle, but Burn with an excellent interception. Schmeichel can bring this one out. He might punt it, and he does. Platini off the bench, trying to create something, taking it wide, puts the ball in. Savory is there, and he's missed another one. Boniek on the attack. He's running at the defence. Back to Zambrotta, who's carrying a knock. Tries to put it down the line, but Burn intercepts. He's given it away. Boniek in, cleared away. Pressure not gone. Conte. Now Zambrotta to Boniek. Can put another ball in. Savory this time does get it right. It's 4-1. He could have had 6 today, but it's 4-1. He gets his first goal and improves his rating a little bit. Corner, thrown from Burn. Now Keane. Ball given away. Charlton picks it up though. Now Carey. Across to George Best on off the bench, and he's tried to whip that into the top corner, but has got it quite horribly wrong. Zoff will take the goal kick, sending it forward. I mean, this is almost certainly going to be a win, but if we do concede, it could be a bit nervy. Now George Best attacking down the left flank. Why, look at the pace on him. He puts it in, Cole arriving, and Andy Cole makes sure it's not nervy. That was completely made by George Best. A beautiful delivery after an amazing run. Picked out Andy Cole's head, and he gets his second of the night. 5-1 was not the result I expected against this Juventus side, but it looks entirely deserved on our performance today. And there is a full-time whistle. A brilliant 5-1 win. 2 for Cole, 2 for Beckham, 1 for Bobby Charlton as well. We can be very happy with that performance, and it does mean we finally win a game. It's been difficult recently trying to get those wins, but we have now got them, which is the main thing. If we take a look at where that leaves us, we are top of our Champions League group, 3 points clear, brilliant goal difference, and it should see us through quite comfortably. It's about winning the group. Now, Everton, top of the league, we are way back in 8th place. We need to improve there. Board confidence, not brilliant at the moment, so my job could well be under threat if we don't fix that soon. But Beckham putting a good performance in that last game, having been brought back into the team in that 4-4-2. Now, looking at the schedule going ahead, we're probably going to skip past the Sunderland and Hull games, and then we may well do the match against Manchester City, given it's a rivalry, and then we could have quite a nice long run, possibly up to the Forest game before the episode after that. So Do drop a like on the video if you're enjoying this series. I certainly am. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see that game against City and the matches in between. But until next time, see ya.